Good day, everyone. Welcome to another video. I welcome you to the city of Aberdeen, South Dakota. Now, I think on one of the videos I made either yesterday or the day before, I accidentally told you folks that Aberdeen was the state capital. Well, real quick, I'd like to apologize. I don't know what got me to say something that stupid, but Aberdeen, for those of you that don't know, is not the state capital. The state capital is actually 120 miles from here. The state capital is Pierre, which I've already done that video, so I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, I got a lot on my mind. But anyways, let's keep going. So Aberdeen, South Dakota is located towards the northeastern region of the state in Brown County. It is a city that's kind of off to itself. It's fairly isolated. I mean, you got IP Switch, which is a half hour west of here, which is a smaller community. But other than that, Aberdeen is kind of a small, it's kind of a city that's off to itself a little bit. And Aberdeen is a college community. The two major colleges that are here is you got Northern State University and you got Presentation College as well. And the population here is currently sitting at 28,324 people as of 2021. Now, in 2021, the population has shrunk by 0.6%. Now, as of the 2020 census, the population was 28,495 people, and the population grew by 9.2% from 2010 to 2020. And as far as and despite the fact that well, never mind. Anyhow, and I know some of you you requested that when I make these kind of videos that I discuss the local economy, and for the most part I try to. And there were a couple of videos I made recently that where I didn't really get much into it, because some of the videos I made recently, the communities were smaller and they were within an hour of major cities. So typically if I do a video and it's located within an hour of a major city, I'm not going to get much into that local economy unless it's something significant. Anyways, the major economies here in Aberdeen is going to be, well, for starters, you got St. Luke's Hospital, which is the city's largest single employer. They employ around 1,500 workers. Now, as far as occupation, I would say the highest number of people occupationally that employs people here in Aberdeen is going to be industrial work. I mean, you have a total of 1,850 people working industrial jobs here. So despite the fact that it is a college community, you actually got more people working production than you got people working in education. Now, with that being said, the second largest employer here occupationally is going to be education. You have around 1,248 employees working in different sectors of education here. And I guess I'll break those numbers down. We'll start with education. Let's see here. Now, for education, you have about 598 employees who work in the higher education sector. You have 650 employees who work in the grade school / public school education sector. And for manufacturing, I would say probably the largest manufacturing company in town is going to be 3M. 3M stands for Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing, which they have 650 employees working for them. And then of course you have other industrial companies that are within this area that employ quite a few people. Now 3M, basically they produce over 60,000 different products a year, and they specialize in dental and medical equipment as well as car care products. So I guess you can kind of say they're all over the place in terms of the type of products that they produce. And if you're looking for entertainment here, I would say, taking into consideration that this is a smaller, this city is not that big. They do have a few things to do, especially if you're an outdoorsy type of person. Well, for starters, you have the South Dakota Film Festival that's held during the fall time each year. You also got play performances that are performed by the students of Northern State University throughout the year. You got 19 public tennis courts. You got 3 golf courses. You got several outdoor skating and hockey rinks open to the public during the winter months. So if you love the outdoors and you love the winter, and maybe you had dreams of living somewhere like this and becoming an Eskimo, hey, come up here, grab you up one of these houses, get you an apartment, enjoy the festivities that they have to offer up here. Oh, and by the way, this city is also home to the NAHL team of Aberdeen Wings, for those of you that are into hockey. And if that's not enough to keep you occupied, you also got 2 disc golf courses. Now, I meant to look up what that was. I'm stupid. I don't know what that is. I forgot to look it up. So maybe after I get done doing the video, I will look up exactly what disc golf is. I got my guesses, but I'm gonna look it up just to make sure. And you also got the Family YMCA, so they do have a Y here. And they also have an aquatic center for those of you that are like to play in the water. They also got the Wylie WYLIE Park rec area. They got go-karts, they got volleyball courts. They're the ones that are, it's got the sand. And they got they got a lake with a camping area right by it. And you can also go pedal boating here too. And those areas are going to be open during the short summers that they have up here in South Dakota. So they're going to only be open for the summer months. Then you also have another park called the Storybook Land. Basically, the Storybook has attractions from different children's storybooks. They also offer train rides through the park, and they also have a roller coaster in this park that they've installed in 2015. And this park also has 2 petting zoos for all of you animal lovers. And they also have the Richmond Lake Rec area, which has camping, swimming, boating, and it also has a 10-mile walking and bike trail. And apparently horse rides are available on this trail. Or maybe they got a separate trail for that. And as far as it goes for the city's infrastructure, they do have a regional airport, and you also have US Highway 281 that runs north and south, as well as US Highway 12 that runs east and west. And as far as the public transportation is concerned, now the city does have a local transit system. It's called Riding Line. And if you're looking to, if you don't drive or you don't want to drive and you're looking to leave this area, maybe you might want to take a trip to Sioux Falls, or you might want to take a trip to Fargo or Bismarck or somewhere like that. They do have the Jefferson lines, which is basically a bus service that I'm assuming is regional to North and South Dakota, and maybe some of your other neighboring states like Montana, Wyoming, and I'm just assuming. I don't know. I'm just assuming. And they also have they also have taxi services here, along with airport shuttle to take you to the airport, so you're not late for your flight. Your flight to, I don't know, Florida, because when it gets to be into the negatives, you're gonna want to go somewhere warm to warm up. You're gonna want to go somewhere warm for a week or two to kind of break the monotony of being up here in the super cold when it gets cold. I mean, right now the weather up here is not too bad. It's still fairly nice. I mean, like I told you, the best time of the year to come up here is going to be during, I would say, July and August. I mean, you can come up here in June. June's okay. But I can guarantee most of you that if you're up here during, let's say, December and January, you might start having second thoughts about your existence. You might, I don't know, you might start having crazy thoughts, like you might start to reevaluate your life when, because you're gonna wake, it could be 30 some odd degrees below 0 Fahrenheit, and even when the sun comes out and when it does warm up, it's gonna still be, the temperatures could still be in the negatives. So when that time of the year comes, which up here that's going to be just around the corner, some of you that have the ability to, you're going to definitely want to make plans to maybe fly to Florida or Arizona. Just go somewhere warm for a week or two. Just I guess remind yourself that you're not an Eskimo. But then again, if you maybe in your second life, or in your maybe in your second life, you might want to be an Eskimo. And if that's the case, this is definitely the right environment to do it. I mean, granted, it's not super rural, but it's a good place to come and live if you enjoy super cold winters. And if you're still excited, you're still wanting to come up here to visit or reside, I mean, when it comes to the healthcare, you got St. Luke Hospital. You also got the Sanford Aberdeen Medical Center, and there's several nursing homes. So if you want to move up here and you have elders in your family that you have to bring with you, they do got plenty of nursing home facilities up here that you can put your loved one in if you want to. And there's several famous people that are from here too. You got, sports. You got all the way from sports to politics to art. So you got people that are super creative that are from this area. I mean, maybe it's the super cold weather during the winter that might open up their sinuses to where they can get the right amount of oxygen that they need to be intelligent. I don't know. I just find it kind of funny that some of the most creative and successful people come from these type of climates where it's colder. And then when they get their money, many of them leave these type of climates and they go somewhere warm. If not for the entire year, they go for at least a portion of the year. And the crime here is very low for both property and violent crime. Crime is very low. And if you're still wanting to move here, okay, well, when it comes to your housing here is actually relatively affordable. I mean, your median rent prices are going to go from $660 to $1,450 a month. Your median home price is $219,000, but $219,000 in this day and age really is not too bad for housing when you compare that sum to other housing prices throughout the country. But if you're a cheap ass and you think $219 is too much money for a house, you know what? It's all good. I mean, they currently have houses here priced as low as $72,000, at least according to what I saw on Realtor.com. Now, I'm pretty sure for those prices, some of those houses are going to need a little bit of work. So if you're handy or you got the right connections with people who are handy, that could be that could be an option. And bear in mind that many of the houses that are lower priced especially are going to have smaller lots. When I say smaller lots, I'm talking 6,000 square feet of land or smaller. So if that is not an issue for you, then you definitely do have several affordable housing options available in this city for you. Thing which I noticed when I was driving through recording this video is this city does have some fairly rough roads. I mean, like a lot of your side streets especially are relatively rough. So it was a bit of a struggle for me to keep my camera from, jumping all over the place and falling off my windshield, I mean. And as far as my 2 cents about this city, I mean, like I said before, if you don't mind colder weather, I would say this is a solid place to call home. The housing prices here are very affordable in my opinion, assuming that those houses are even still available, because in some markets they might indicate that the house is available, but in reality it could either already have a contract on it, or the house could have been sold altogether. So assuming that Realtor.com is accurate and those houses are still available, then I would say housing here is relatively affordable. So I would say this is not a bad place to live, depending on what it is you're looking for. Obviously, if you're looking for warm weather and you're looking for tons of entertainment, this is not going to be your place. I mean, it's common sense. All right, folks, that's all I got for the commentary. So go ahead watch the rest of the video. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you got something out of my commentary. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And while you're at it, you can just give me a thumbs up too. It would very much be appreciated. Alright folks, stay blessed. Hey, get down.